Rise, Meg.
What is thy bidding, my master?
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So in today's video we're going to be looking at characters who we can potentially expect to see in the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I will say as a disclaimer that I will not be including the obvious characters of Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, since those are both a given. I also won't be including Darth Maul because I mentioned him in a speculation video the other day. So without any more jibber jabber, let's dive straight into it. We begin with Emperor Palpatine. I'm amazed that this one hasn't been spoken about more, but it seems to me to be an obvious one. Since the show takes place 10 years after the creation of the first Galactic Empire, and since Hayden Christensen is confirmed to return as Vader, it would only make sense to include Palpatine. As you guys know, Granddaddy Palps is my favourite character of all time, and I'd love to see Ian McDiarmid reprise the role. However, while it would seem likely that Palpatine would return for the Kenobi series, there are a few reasons why Lucasfilm will avoid including his character in the show. The first one is Palpatine overdose syndrome. Palpatine seems to be appearing everywhere in recent Star Wars projects. He was the big bad in The Rise of Skywalker, which left a bad taste in the mouths of many fans. He's been the main villain in the entire Skywalker saga, and he may even be the subject of the cloning project we saw in The Mandalorian Season 2. I think fans want a break from Palpatine, but if done right, I think he would make for a solid and logical addition for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. The next character we can expect to see is Wuher, the bartender at the Mos Eisley Cantina. Since a predominant portion of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series will take place on Tatooine, we're going to see Obi-Wan engage with some of the locals and become accustomed to life on the desert plains of Tatooine. Wuher from A New Hope would be a welcome addition and a fitting callback to when Obi-Wan and Luke went to the Mos Eisley Cantina in Episode 4. Having lost his parents to battle droids during the Clone Wars, the bartender strongly disliked droids and installed a droid detector in the cantina to keep them out. Despite this, in Episode 4, Luke and Obi-Wan entered with the droids C-3PO and R2-D2. Upon noticing their presence, he ordered that the droids would have to wait outside because he didn't serve their kind. Sometime afterwards, Boba Fett arrived at the cantina and asked for the identity and name of Luke Skywalker. After torturing an alien, Wuher told Fett that he and the patrons didn't know the identity or name of the boy he was searching for. The next character we're likely to see is Sindralig. I mentioned this one the other day, but I think he deserves more credit as a character. Recently, it was confirmed that the Kenobi series is going to include flashbacks of Anakin's dark deeds at the Jedi Temple during Order 66. We never saw this on screen in Episode 3, but in the 2005 Revenge of the Sith video game, Anakin takes on Serakito before taking on her master Sindralig. He is an important character for several reasons, and bringing back his character into live action would be very welcome. As the battle master and head of security at the Coruscant Jedi Temple, he was also a lightsaber instructor who taught classes on all 7 forms of combat. A live-action version of this duel with Vader would be absolutely epic due to them both being skilled sabermen, but even if he does appear, unfortunately, we know how the duel will end. The next character who could make a cameo in the Kenobi series is Grogu. While I can understand why some people might disagree, I believe that he would make for a fine addition. Firstly, Grogu was present at the Jedi Temple during Order 66, but was saved. Since we know the Kenobi series will feature flashbacks to the Great Jedi Purge, it would make logical sense that they would include him and his backstory for us, the viewers, to see. In the concept art for Kenobi, one description talks about how a Jedi Master saved 3 younglings at the temple. Could one of these be Grogu? Time will tell if our little green friend will make an appearance. Another character who I think almost certainly will appear is Qui-Gon Jinn, but evidently as a Force voice and not a Force ghost. I think it's pivotal that he instructs Obi-Wan on the cosmic force and how to become one with the Force after death. By the time of A New Hope, this conversation and training had happened, but we need to see it happen on screen to help fill in the gaps between episodes 3 and 4. The next character is Shark T. Her current canon death is that she died to Vader in the Jedi Temple, and while her death will likely not be retconned, her story could be updated to include information from the old canon/legends. In Legends, Shark T went into exile on Felucia. Like many other Jedi survivors, she also sought out other survivors of Order 66. In exile, she found and protected Jedi Padawan Maris Brood. She also trained other Force sensitives in the ways of the Jedi. Even if the outcome is the same as what we know in Revenge of the Sith, it would be really cool for them to add Shaak Ti into the Kenobi series to be very reminiscent of the prequels. Another character we can expect to see, and this one has recently been confirmed, is Commander Cody. Due to the amazing bonds that Cody had with Obi-Wan, it would only make sense for them to include his character in the Kenobi series. This also brings about the question of if we will see Rex or not. Now, a character that I initially put in the list that I later retracted was Jedi Master Yoda. Since Yoda was the one who instructed Obi-Wan to go into exile on Tatooine, I don't think we're going to see Yoda again, at least in the Kenobi series. There probably will be allusions made to the character, and maybe we may even get a voice of Yoda communicating with Obi-Wan in some way, shape or form from Dagobah. But I think this is an unlikely addition. I also want to say that we are going to see Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, just like we saw in Revenge of the Sith, and we're also going to get a young Luke Skywalker who Obi-Wan is watching over. Another character that we could potentially see in the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi series who may act as an ally to Obi-Wan is Dexter or Dex Jetstar. The male basilisk was a fan favourite from Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, and it was in that film that Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi came to Dex's diner to see if his friend could identify a poisoned dart. Though few even knew of the planet Kamino, Jetstar did from his days as a prospector on Subterral and was able to identify the dart as originating from Kamino. Furthermore, he knew of the native inhabitants, the Kaminoans, who were cloners of some repute and kept to themselves but were welcoming to those who brought credits. While it's difficult to speculate what role he could play if he does make a cameo, it would be a nice callback to the prequels. But now I turn it over to you guys. Who do you think we'll see in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series? What do you think of my list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I would love to hear each and every single one of your thoughts. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and also please consider heading over to my Patreon page. If you want to support the channel for either $2 or $10 a month, you can get exclusive access to content that is not found here on YouTube, which includes Star Wars Explained, my podcast megasodes, and other new series that I'm starting as well. I'm Star Wars Meg, wishing you a phenomenal rest of the day, no matter where you dwell in the galaxy. Have a good one.